Last Friday, PSU President Dean Flowers fired off a letter to the Prime Minister, demanding answers on the union's position paper, a document that's been sitting unanswered for weeks. In that letter, Flowers gave government an October 3rd deadline, and, to drive the point home, he attached 72 transfer requests from employees at the Belize Tax Services Department. His message was that these workers have, quote, lost faith in its leadership.
The employees are not happy, they're not pleased, their morale is extremely low. It is really bad. And when you see people that have a decade or decades of experience wanting to leave something that they've done over the last 20 years or last 10 years or last 15 years, man, it says a lot. It says a lot about the leadership. It says a lot about the environment.
Flowers says the union is not opposed to the transition itself, but emphasizes that it must be a statutory body that serves the public, instead of one that drains resources or risks political influence. He adds that there has been little to no consultation with employees or their legal representative, the Public Service Union, as required by law.
We understand that there are draft legislation in place. We have not seen such draft legislation. Any employer that wishes to engage in an open, transparent, and inclusive manner would ensure that from day one, the workers and their representative is brought into the process, that we are able to provide input as to how to make the proposed department more efficient.
Though a consultancy group has reached out regarding the transition, Flowers maintains its right to negotiate directly with the Government of Belize.
Under my leadership in the Public Service Union, I can say that we will hold them accountable. We may not always get the end results that we desire, but at the end of the day, we will ruffle feathers to get responses to our questions, and we will not be bullied.
A semi-autonomous revenue authority, Flowers warns, could double current administrative and overhead costs for Belizeans. With plans to increase staff and salaries, questions remain about how these expenses will be balanced against projected revenues.
This matter is a national matter. This is a matter of national importance. And for all those Belizeans who currently have a child on scholarship, for all those Belizeans who seek health services from public health hospitals, albeit they complain how terrible it is, a failed SARA, a failed BTSD could mean that it will only get worse when trying to seek health care. For all those villages and communities, whether urban or rural, that are complaining about how bad the roads are, it could only get worse if there's a failed BTSD or a failed SARA.
Now the Public Service Union is pushing the government to involve them in the transition to a statutory body, stating the issue goes beyond employee resignations and mass transfer requests. Reporting for News 5, I'm Zenaida Lanza.